All right, we are back on MorningLine. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, apologize for that. We had a little audio problem. It happens sometimes when we do these Zoom interviews with our various guests on this program, but Clint is going to call back here in a moment. If we can't get that audio clarified, we'll go ahead and take him on the phone line and let him answer the questions. Joe asking a couple of good ones. Clint will go over exactly the caps for malpractice lawsuits that the state has put in place. You know, tort law and tort limitations and tort reform that makes it harder to sue when you've been harmed. And then we're also going to talk about, I wanted to pick up where he left off there. Clint, when we lost you there audio-wise. Woo! That's loud. Hang on a sec, Mary Elena. Can you hear me, Clint? Okay, Clint, you have to mute your phone, I think. You'll have to mute it so we don't get feedback. Did you know, is he muted? Let's see if he's muted his phone. Clint, can you hear me now?
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Yep, I got you now. I've got you now. Thank you for muting the phone. I've got you. And I apologize that, oh, well, you're back up there right now. We got the phone going. So, Clint, pick up where you left off. You were talking about the fact that sloppiness is going to be exposed during COVID. Well, now we got feedback again. Okay, go ahead, Clint.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right, good. What I was saying was that to 2 points Joe made. First of all, the bad actors, the doctors and the nurses who repeatedly commit malpractice, those people are going to be exposed over the next few months because stress tends to reveal the character and the sloppiness of the bad actors. That's what I'm saying, that they're going to be the ones that are going to be committing most of the wrongdoing over the next few months. And as for the caps are $750,000 for non-economic damages. That's pain and suffering, loss of enjoyment of life, those sorts of things. And then it's $1 million cap if the patient has sustained a spinal cord injury or has amputation of a hand and foot together or is a father or mother of a minor child. Those are the exceptions to the $750,000 cap. But basically, for those who don't have major economic damage, but like take, for example, someone who's an amputee who can return to work, those people are going to be subject to the cap. And it's been very difficult for those of us who handle these cases to understand the fairness of that, because there are people who are really badly injured who deserve more than the cap.
Clint, let's ask you a couple questions here just along the cases you're handling right now. I know you've been on, the last couple of times talking about some you're in the process of dealing with. Are there any that you've seen lately that you can share with us where you stand on some of these interesting cases that have come through your door recently?
Yeah, there's one case right now that I'm dealing with, and that is stroke protocol. I don't know how many people know about stroke, but it's so important for people to understand, particularly those of us who get above the age of 35. A stroke can be one of two things. It can either be a blockage of a blood vessel in the brain that cuts off blood flow, or it can be what they call a watershed event, where the vessels shrink or constrict and they can't get blood to the brain. And if you start losing sensation or motor function in one side of your body or have difficulty talking, you've got to call 911 immediately. Because with a stroke, you've got about 60 minutes, more or less, to get a complete return of your function. And if you don't get to the hospital within that golden hour, the odds of you getting a return to full function start going down precipitously. And unfortunately, with people who get to the hospital with stroke-like symptoms, sometimes the emergency rooms, because they don't have medical doctors, they instead have nurses who are doing the initial triage. They don't recognize the stroke, and they don't jump on it fast enough. Some of them think it may be a migraine headache. Some of them think that it may be an injury to the back. And they take their time rather than rushing on the stroke and getting the proper anti-clotting agents into the body. And I've had a couple of new cases where patients are now paralyzed because the emergency department did not assign a medical doctor to take care of the patient until it was too late.
Are those the kind of cases that sometimes end up going to trial, or is this something that you might be settled? I'm just, with those types of things, how do doctors and hospitals respond to those lawsuits? Because I know sometimes, depending on the case, Clint, you sometimes end up in court.
I've settled every one of the cases where I've had a situation where a medical doctor should have responded to the patient before or at the time when the patient needed it the most, and that patient was seriously injured or died, the hospitals usually pay those claims. It's hard to defend not assigning a medical doctor to a patient who's truly in need of emergency care, isn't it? That's hard.
Absolutely. Listen, let's take another break. I'm going to have Mary Elena check that bubbling is coming back again, and we'll see if we can get that audio straightened out. Let's take a break. It's always better when you come to us from Pebble Beach, Clint. We'll take a break, see if we can work this out, all right? We'll be right back.